Hey guys, I want to make a quick video talking all about professional and like that. So basically, just a really quick video. So like for me, being a professional, I'm not a professional, but I have to act very calm. Okay. And I said that very carefully because I literally was talking a minute ago about it, and then my echo dot went off. Because I think I might have accidentally set it off by saying Alexa. Okay, I whispered that because I didn't want to set my echo dot off. But there's so many times literally when and I definitely have changed. And by I've grown as a professional in handling so now before the first time I ever met someone famous was Abby. It was Abby was my very first famous person I have ever met that I know of anyways. Maybe I did when I was little and don't remember it, but Abby's the first famous person that I hands down met. And the first time I saw her on Zoom, even though it was through Zoom, I freaked out with excitement. I was hardcore fangirling. I was a giant fan of Abby. I still am. And I freaked out. I literally I almost didn't want to show it, but in a way I did show it that I was actually kind of crying with happiness because I dreamed of meeting her, and I didn't think I would ever meet her, and then look at me now. I literally meeting her was something that was I actually, when that happened, it actually opened me to dream even bigger because I never dreamed of that. I wanted to, but I went training with Abby, that's too big of a dream, it's never gonna happen. And then when it did, now it's my life. And it's really cool. It's a really cool thing, but I actually kind of cried with happiness. And then I was so excited, and even now, when she, at one point she had Presley on there, and I fangirled so, I literally was, in my head freaking out, that's Presley from Dance Moms. That's amazing, I'm literally taking a dance class with Presley from Dance Moms. That sort of thing. And then, same thing when Hannah from Dance Moms was on there. It was so much, but I literally had to learn how to be a professional. I learned not to show it. As much as I wanted to just freak out with happiness, I had to act like I wasn't even phased. Yes, it's okay for me to act excited and happy, but I gotta keep it to a limit. Even, and that was something that kind of was, and I had to not let it affect my dancing and not get nervous over the fact that, literally Presley watching me dance. That situation. And luckily, I don't really get nervous too much. I feel like that's something that I'm really lucky with, is that I naturally do not really get nervous. Abby could tell me, I'm 50, 60 things before I dance. And I will not get nervous, corrections and just little notes here and there. And I do not get nervous. So I'm lucky with that because that's a very good skill. I will say I psych myself out sometimes. And what I mean by that, I use it in a positive way. Some people do it in a negative way, and what I mean by that is some people get so, they freak themselves out so bad that they mess up. It causes them to mess up because they freak themselves out. I don't really do that, but I definitely will say this is true, that I do psych my. I generally am hard on myself. I point out my mistakes, and I am the type where like I don't let it affect my dancing, but there is times when I'm like, I gotta do this. Like I'm literally like I freak in a way, not really freaking myself out in a bad way, and I'm literally telling myself, you're not gonna succeed. You're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail big time. Just so, and I do this in a positive way. That sounds bad, but I literally, the second that I nail something that I told myself I'm never gonna nail, I'm gonna fail bad, and and miserably fail, it causes so much extra joy. I do it and to get that extra joy. I'm like, I know I'm good, and I know I'm good, and I know I'm talented, but I'm not letting that get to my head. I'm doing the opposite and keeping that from my head. That way, when I succeed at something, and I give myself like 30 seconds, I'm like a victory, like 30 seconds, and then I tell my parents about it, and then that's it. It's back to focus mode, training, that happened, that's great, but we gotta work on what's next. And that's what I do, and I do because it makes me a better dancer. I feel like it's part of why I work so hard. So, I'm gonna say peace out.